So, what happens when a border conflict just completely cuts off a country's entire energy supply? Well, today we're going to break down why that exact crisis in Cambodia has one of the world's biggest companies, like, literally knocking on its door.
All right, let's really get into it. You've got this absolute giant, ExxonMobil. We're talking a massive American multinational. And then you have the nation of Cambodia. So the big question is, what on earth is bringing these two to the negotiating table right now?
Okay, so this whole thing kicks off with a high-level meeting. And look, this was way more than just a simple handshake. We're talking about a move that could totally reshape the energy landscape of Southeast Asia. And, this isn't just some rumor floating around. This news came straight from the horse's mouth. A formal discussion between top ExxonMobil execs and Cambodia's Minister of Mines and Energy, Keo Ratanak. The message was crystal clear. We're here and we are ready to do business.
So, the big question is, why now, right? What suddenly sparked all this interest from an energy giant? Well, the answer isn't some shiny new opportunity. It's actually about a sudden, and I mean critical, crisis that hit Cambodia.
So here's the catalyst. A border conflict with its main energy supplier, Thailand. And boom, right after the dispute, Thailand just shut down all energy exports to its neighbor. This created a huge supply void that Cambodia absolutely has to fill, and fast.
I mean, the change was just so dramatic and immediate. One day, Cambodia has a stable energy partner, and then almost overnight, they're staring down a critical supply gap. And you got to understand, this wasn't some minor hiccup. This hit the essential fuels that power literally everything: transportation, industry, you name it. And just look at the scope of this ban, it's wild. We're not just talking about one kind of fuel here. This was a total, complete cutoff of everything: the diesel for the trucks, the gasoline for cars, even the jet fuel for planes. It was just a massive shock to the whole economy.
Now, you can bet a crisis of this scale does not go unnoticed. I mean, think about it. When an entire country's energy market suddenly blows wide open, you better believe the giants of the industry start paying very close attention.
So, Cambodia's sudden need for a new energy partner? Well, that's turned into a huge competitive opportunity. Yeah, ExxonMobil might have been the first one to knock, but trust me, they are definitely not the only ones waiting in line. All of a sudden, it's a global race. You've got the French powerhouse Total Energies jumping in. You've got the big Australian LNG specialist Woodside Energy, and then another American giant, ConocoPhillips. They're all signaling they're interested. This is really shaping up to be a full-on bidding war for a pretty strategic energy partnership.
Okay, to really get a grip on the scale of what's happening here, you know what we have to do? We've got to follow the money.
So what exactly is the prize here? What are all these companies fighting for? Well, in 2024 alone, Cambodia's energy imports were worth almost $2.7 billion. That's the market that, just a little while ago, was completely locked up by one supplier. And now, it is totally up for grabs.
Now, let's put this into perspective. To really understand the scale of the players involved here, just think about this. ExxonMobil's market value is nearly $500 billion. So for a company that big, a $2.7 billion market is, a strategic investment. But for Cambodia's economy, a partner with that kind of capital, wow, that could be completely transformative. So, what does this all add up to? When you put all the pieces together, it's clear. Cambodia is at a major crossroads right now, a genuine turning point for its entire future.
I mean, it really is a perfect example of that old saying, right? From a regional crisis, a global opportunity emerges. A local border dispute has, kind of by accident, put Cambodia right on the radar of the world's biggest energy companies. And that creates a whole new set of challenges and possibilities.
And this is why this whole thing matters so much. The choices that get made in the next few weeks and months, they're going to define Cambodia's energy security for years, maybe even decades. A reliable partner could totally fuel their economic growth, but the terms of that deal, man, those are going to be absolutely critical.
And that, right there, leads us to the final and most crucial question of all. Is this a chance for Cambodia to finally diversify, to build a more secure energy future for itself, or could it just be trading reliance on one neighbor for a whole new kind of dependency on a global giant? That's the real story to watch here.